Hello. I was going to do a long video, I remember, because I've just done the vacuuming, and I think about YouTube videos when doing vacuuming. Mrs. Mystic lifts up the furniture and I do the vacuuming, normally on a Friday. But I went to the doctor's yesterday, didn't I? So we did it this morning. And I was, for some reason, a video reply to Drunk Talk came to mind. The one that I said in the video, just find me a wall so I can bash my head against it. And I was thinking for justifications, whatever. I was bigging up people that believe in free will, and then thought that was wrong and went to myself and said, well, look at me, I'm not a complete fool. I get things done, and I don't believe in free will. And I thought, no, none of that's right. And in the end, I was just putting the thing away. And I thought, no, I know what's right. It's just that everybody, whether they believe in free will or not, whether an internal or not, or an external, everybody always does something 24 hours of the day, even if it's just sleeping and snoring. It's something. Staying alive, it's something. That is the important thing, I think, that everybody, as long as you're alive, you're doing something 24 hours of the day, whether you believe in free will or not. Right. I think that does it. I mean, it really doesn't. What slows you down might be is that an expression? Slows you down. It isn't believing in free will. It's being an internal as opposed to an external. The top 100,000 and the top 1,000 most influential people in the world, let's say. I can't go for rich people because it wouldn't work. Top 1,000 most influential people in the world. I would say that probably all 1,000 are externals. Yeah, it's that's important, not believing in free will. And I think there could be one of them that of those 1,000. I doubt if they've had time to ever think about free will, because it's not something an external does. Only internals do it. So, but even if they did and went, yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, okay. And then get on with their lives, it wouldn't make any difference. Okay, on free will, it doesn't make any... Look at me. Does it make any difference that I don't believe in free will? If you'd seen the amount of stuff I've done over the last few days, bloody hell, I'm tired. Right. Where I wanted to go with this video was talking to internals, or both. Everybody. Is not to overdo it. Standard, everything in moderation sort of advice. As in, I've been watching more videos of that person that Axel linked to, that did the video on no free will, coincidentally, that got all the thumbs up, no thumbs down. And I've been watching more of those, and it's all about dead Germans. Quoting dead Germans. But still gets thumbs up the wazoo. I don't think it's good to get stuck on the philosophy. Certainly not good to get stuck on one particular philosopher. Like to think that it was Spinoza that actually had it, and then read in depth Spinoza, and read the people that have written about Spinoza, and read Kant in relation to Spinoza, and or whichever philosopher you might fall upon, I would very much encourage reading Spinoza and Schopenhauer and Kant and all the dead Germans and all the philosophy books you can get your hands on. But just read them, put them away. You never remember, well, if you're like me, you never remember that you remember anything about it, but I think it stays in there and does its work. But to get nailed down, het up, stuck, to get stuck on any particular philosopher, or even getting stuck on philosophy, I think is a mistake. And similarly for religions, I think everyone, well, not everyone, the internals, externals just won't do this, but they should have a good understanding of what all the religions of the world are at least on about. And again, you don't have to remember it so you can answer the question in University Challenge. All you have to do is have read it, and it goes in there, it works. You won't remember to answer questions about it, unless you're more genius than me, which is very likely. You won't remember, but it's there. And don't get stuck on any of the religions. Don't get stuck on Muslims, Christianity. I think of all of them, Buddhism's a good one to get stuck on for a bit longer, because it then takes you, it spins off more into not the philosophy, not religion, but spirituality, mysticism, whatever it is. And then you can spin off into mysticism and read about Advaita Vedanta. But don't get stuck there. Read about what the guru types, and then don't get stuck on any of the gurus. And then the modern guru types, the Lisa types, Eckhart Tolle, whoever, read them all, but don't get stuck on any of their particular ideas, or certainly not on any of the particular people. I think it's very easy to get, for internals, to get stuck. I know what I was about to say there, but I don't know if it makes sense, because I was going to compare it to externals, who in a way I think know they're not going anywhere, so they don't particularly care what they do. They just turn on the television and just watch any old crap that's on it. They pretend that they don't. They pretend that they're just, they wanted to watch that particular one, or whatever it is. But they just watch any old crap. And I was thinking, is radio worse than television? And I was thinking, you can actually do more when the radio's on. But radio's pretty shite as well. What was I talking about? Don't know anymore. Don't know anymore. Haven't got a clue. I was going to link the externals and just letting things... Can't remember. Don't know what it is. But don't get stuck. Get it all put in, but don't get it stuck. Oh, I think I know what it was. That the externals are not likely to get stuck on television, because it's crap. I mean, how can you watch it over and over again? The same thing, as it were. All right, you might get the Great British Bake Off, which is apparently about baking cakes or something that everyone seems to think is marvellous, or whatever the thing is at the moment. You'll watch it, and you might watch season 2 and 3, whatever. But it's not likely to take over your life, whereas a philosopher or a religion or a mystic idea might take over your life. And in a way, this is where the externals have an advantage, because they just go fleur, 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 where we are quite liable to get stuck on things because we're looking for an answer, and are quite liable to get our claws into something and think, well, this is the answer, when they've got it right. There is no answer, and you just let it go, fleur, fleur, fleur. But I'm thinking that there'll always be in the mega majority, and I was thinking, what was, I said it in a video, what are the use of us? And I can only think that we might be of use in a crisis. If something bad goes wrong, we are not going to run away screaming or run around screaming, are we? We're not that sort of people. They'll do, we know from things that we read about that in crisis, people apparently run around screaming. I mean, do you think that we're going to run around screaming? I personally think not. And I can look back to my history of things, and I know that in a crisis, I'm the one that can pop up and actually do the thing. And then when it's done, I'll pop down again, and the externals can take over and do things. So maybe that is our thing in life, where we will pop up and do something in a crisis. I don't still quite see how it adds up to why we're here. We should really have been Darwinianly wiped out a long time ago. But that's it. Main drive of this video is for internals. Get into everything, but don't get stuck on anything particular. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, probably see you tomorrow. Bye.